Hey guys, I just want to do a quick little quality of life or slice of life. I don't know what the hell you would call these videos. I just wanted to go over real quick on what I've got on my workbench and what I'm working on, what I've completed the last 2 weeks of December, what I've completed so far in 2021, which is a miraculous thing that I got anything done or accomplished at all, and what the plan is moving forward. So, in terms of what I did get painted, let's move Boba Fett over here. At the end of December, I ended up getting 2 lances of battle mechs completed. The battle lance and the command lance. Painted up in Crescent Hawk colors. And there are a bunch of videos that I've got planned, including spotlights, reviews of these 2 lances, and some other stuff too. However, one thing I did not film yet is a paint tutorial. Now, in order to flesh out my Crescent Hawks, I do have a few more mechs that from the base game. The Awesome, the Commando, the Griffin, the Shadow Hawk here who had a malfunction with his autocannon. Needs to get reattached. And then the Locust. If you'd like a paint tutorial on how I painted them, please let me know in the comments below. That way I can go ahead and film those as I paint these, so you'll have at least know how my approach to painting Crescent Hawks, what paints I use, the techniques. Yeah, just let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a paint tutorial on how to paint Crescent Hawk scheme, or the, I guess, the probable cause style of Crescent Hawks. Also on the docket at some point are the Ursus 2 and the Hammer Hands. I have these metal miniatures for a long time now, so they need to be done. So now better than never. Then I bought Boba Fett, the operative expansion for Legion, after watching the finale of Mandalorian Season 2. I felt it was time to go ahead and snag him. And I finally opened the shrink wrap off my copy of Castle Ravenloft. And if you haven't played Castle Ravenloft, it's a dungeon crawl set in the Dungeons and Dragons universe, but very Castlevania, gothic horror vibes, you know, vampires, werewolves, and all that. So my goal for the month is to paint the entire box set of 40+ miniatures, and that way I'll have a full board game painted. The goal was the object was to not paint them to like display standards or competition standards. I just want these things to have a couple layers of paint on them and look good from, you know, looking down at the table, so you can tell what the hell they are. The selection of miniatures that I've gotten completed so far, there are some successes in that and some fails. So some things didn't turn out too well, like the rats here, the rat swarms. But I mean, just if it looks like a blob of shit, it really basically is. It's just rats. There's not much I could really do for that, unless I wanted to paint every rat a separate color. That's not the point. Then I got these wolves done, and when I do my box review of Castle Ravenloft, I'll show these off in better detail. Got the 3 skeletons done. These guys I'm really happy with. They turned out pretty darn well. The female werewolf just looks like a mess. I don't like the miniature anyway, but I did not do it justice, but it's painted and I'm moving on. Then we have the Draco Lich. There we go. I did Zenithal highlighting on this guy. Done mostly with contrast paints and dry brushes. But overall, I like how it turned out. When it hits the table, it should inspire a little bit of fear. Just a smidge. And then my favorite model that I painted this weekend is the Flesh Golem. I love how he's got the little flesh flap open on the arm there. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to paint him. Usually the grosser the miniature, the more fun I have. But I actually put the most time on him. Yeah, the pants are just contrasted, Not gonna lie, I was kind of a cheap cop out there. But for the skin tones, there was multiple thin layers of flesh colors, and I did take my time on the skin. So that's where the time was spent. What I've got nearly done are the 3 blazing skeletons. When you buy the box game, they are clear, translucent blue. And I wanted to kind of keep that whole motif that they're shooting blue fire, blue magical fire. So there's 3 of those. And then I have 3 kobolds. There are more I'm working on. Not really much to show. I will show you a fail. So this is the base pattern for skin tone, Rakarth flesh for the ghoul here. And then the pants I'll paint later with tatters and blood splatter and all that jazz. I thought I'd be creative and cute by doing like a green contrast over the skin to kind of make him look a little gross. So I went with the Nurgling flesh or the plague bearer flesh, whatever it is. And so that's the skin tone. And the skin tone I'm okay with. But where I screwed up, I was like, I kind of want his back to be a little purplish. Yeah, that's awful. And that is going to be fixed. I'm going to repaint all the skin, Rakarth flesh, and start over. I hate it. I absolutely hate this. This is a major fail. I also have the 3 gargoyles nearly done. I got 3 spiders to do, a hag, a dead zombie dragon, I think, kobold wizard, the vampire, the heroes. Another fail are these wraiths. I really janked that up. That looks worse than a WizKids miniature. So I don't know how to fix that, but I will fix it. And then, because I'm also an idiot, I ran out and bought Dungeons and Dragons Madness, or the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. That's what it is. Dungeon of the Mad Mage. That box set, which has another 40 miniatures. So I can't play. The promise I made myself was I can't play that game until I paint Ravenloft completely. So there will be a review of Ravenloft when that's all done. And then sometime in the next, I don't know, decade, whenever I finish Mad Mage, there'll be a review of that. I wouldn't hope for it anytime soon. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a burr up my ass and just paint and ignore my wife and all my duties to my job and family and loved ones. And yeah, I might just do that. That's probably gonna be easier than making time for it. But that's really it. I will say though, random thought, if you've never given this a try, the Vallejo texture acrylics, do it. Take the gamble, bet on it, and learn to live it. I mean, learn to love it. It is like spreadable peanut butter with texture in there, so don't make the mistake of making a sandwich with it. But it is great. That is how I've been texturing all my miniatures lately. And then, like for these guys, I just painted gray over the base, and then dry brush gray up. It's just wonderful. Also, speaking of things that are under construction or in progress in that way, got some clan mechs from the starter set that at some point will be indoctrinated into Diamond Shark. Wendell did a little pre-shading with the wash. Mad Cat, Timberwolf, I know. But I also did a test miniature, and this is going to chalk up under a fail, and you will never see this again after today, is this poor Nova. I was like, can I achieve what I need to do with contrast in really easy steps? And quite honestly, no. I don't think I can. I'm going to have to repaint this one. I'm just actually going to use the contrast layer as like the base coat and then go over with the real colors. But no. I don't feel like it can. I don't think I can cheat that. I think it looks like shit, excuse my language, and I'm very disappointed with it. It just does not work, in my opinion. And of course, I have these still to do, the Striker Star for the clans. and the Command Star. I mean, I've got a ton of miniatures to paint. And if I showed you my shelf here to my right, because my hand's up here and you can't see, but if I were to show you to my right, there's a whole slew of boxes of miniatures that need to be done. In fact, I've got a whole starter set of Necrons that I got to get done. So, lots of stuff to paint, lots of stuff to do. No time to play, but that's okay, because you can't play here in California. No local play in stores, thanks to COVID. So, at any rate, you guys have a good one. More stuff to come. Hit me up in the comments below if you have any questions or any tips on how you think I might be able to fix some of these things. Yeah. Have a good one. And thanks.